Petr Novak said, see you on the 10th of November, and that is actually tonight. So the opening bout is coming up, and let's meet his opponent, Seyidagha Naghiyev, who has a very strong faith. Apart from this, his strong punches are not to be neglected either. This is probably also the reason why he can prove himself in the framework of this live show. Hello, my name is Seyidagha. I was born in 1999. I have been boxing competitively since 2021, and I got to know boxing about 8 years ago. By now I can say that sports is my life, and sports raised me. I can't even tell how important it is to me. Boxing means a lot to me. Truth is that ever since I started boxing, my character developed a lot, and the time spent with boxing helped me learn focus and willpower, and I have a very focused approach to everything. Boxing is deeply enrooted in my soul. This is what I wished to say. When I'm close to the ring or inside the ring, of course, I do get excited. There is no warrior who would not get excited. But each and every moment, I only await for the referee to signal start. And then I give it all I have. I'm very firm, very resolute. And I consider myself a true beast in the ring. That's the truth. I do not know my upcoming opponent, Novak, personally. I have seen some of his bouts on video. He is a serious opponent, but it is not as persistent as myself. I know that I'm a lot more persistent than him. His bouts also show that there's a huge difference between us. Hey, Petr Novak, you stand no chance against me. I'm stronger and more persistent than you, and I will prove it. You will get to know in the ring what it means to face me and fight me. You'll see. Well, during yesterday's weigh-in, Seyidagha Naghiyev and Petr Novak got to know each other, and actually you could feel the tension between them. There was some sort of a physical confrontation there, and I believe as a debut to Hell Boxing Kings we can await quite a dramatic bout. So there's nothing left. Let's see, let's have the first quarter final of the welterweight category. And Petr, ring speaker of Hell Boxing Kings, has the floor.
Jó estét kívánok! Szeretettel üdvözlöm Önöket a Hell Boxing Kings első negyeddöntőjén Miskolcról. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Hell Boxing Kings first quarterfinal, coming to you live from the beautiful city of Miskolc, Hungary! Hölgyeim és uraim, kérem fogadják szeretettel a kék sarokba érkező fiatal reménységet, aki Csehországot képviseli. Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the blue corner, an up-and-coming young fighter from the Czech Republic, please welcome Petr Novak! Most pedig, hölgyeim és uraim, fogadják nagy tapssal a piros sarokba érkező ifjú titánt Azerbaijan színeiben. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent, making his way to the Hell Boxing King's red corner, a young titan from Azerbaijan, Seyidagha Deadly Naghiyev. Hölgyeim és uraim, ez a Hell Boxing Kings első negyed döntője a váltósúly kategóriában. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Hell Boxing Kings first quarterfinal in the welterweight division. Az első versenyzőnk a kék sarokban, a 25 éves, 175 cm magas, a mérlegelésen 66,4 kg súlyú cseh versenyző. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, at 25 years of age, he stands 175 centimeters tall and weighed in at 66.4 kilograms. Fighting out of Prague, the Czech Republic, he is Petr Novak! És az ellenfele a piros sarokban, a 24 éves, 181 cm magas, a mérlegelésen 67,15 kg súlyú azeri versenyző. And now, his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, at 24 years of age, he stands 181 centimeters tall and weighed in at 67.15 kilograms. Fighting with the Sparkle Boxing Club out of Baku, Azerbaijan, he is Seyidagha Deadly Naghiyev! És a mérkőzés vezetőbírója, and your referee judge, Bell Kovács Bence.
So we discussed the roles in the dressing room, so you know what I expect. A good, clean fight. Protect yourself at all time and listen to my commands. Good luck, touch gloves.
I believe we can expect a tough bout after weigh-in by all means. Both the Czech guy and the Azeri guy during weigh-in showed that they do have some aggression. I stood in between, but actually I did not feel completely safe, and as it shows, firmness did not decrease, and they will probably not make very good friends in the upcoming minutes. And you also saw them on the way that led them here. The Czech is a southpaw, and the Azeri seems to be more experienced. What do you expect from the two guys, because you have seen them as an amateur fighters as well? In terms of power, I believe they are more or less equal. The Azeri defeated Wilson Nagy in a very tight match, and Petr Novak also defeated a Hungarian fighter, Daniel Danyi, also in a very close bout in order to make it to the last eight. And both of them actually do have a professional experience. They are quite at the beginning, yeah, but 4 rounds will not be absolutely completely strange. Yeah, but like the Azeri guy also had 6-round fights back in Baku, Azerbaijan, so it's not a step back. In terms of stamina, it should be no problem. And in terms of the build, it shows that they are quite well built. The Azeri guy had to lose some weight in order to make it here. Well, actually, they are not trying to get to know one another. They are going straight at it. Nice left hand from Petr Novak to receive, and a nice sharp hook. They are building up the attacks quite nicely. Petr hits very nice jabs and makes the Azeri move, and the Azeri is expecting power punches, correct. Especially if he gets some punches at the beginning, he does not lose his head but tries to return them. It is not easy to turn about a round. Yes, 4 rounds are much too short, and not to speak of the 3 times 3 minutes. For the time being, Petr Novak has very nice return shots and has very good counter punches. And again, a very nice return by Petr Novak. He seems to have a better sense of range, whether he's outside or within the range, and he only starts punching when he's within the range. Yeah, he stepped next to it and just offered him a nice smack. It was nice to see. And he places his foot at the outside of the Azeri guy. Nice hit again. His Czech coach, yes, he was also national coach of the Czech team. Met him at several Olympics, so he must have some professional background. Nice, nicely done. First round is over. Very nice round on the Czech side, and the Azeri guy still needs to find the rhythm, find the pace. I believe this was a pretty clear first round to Petr Novak. That was my impression. If somebody did not follow Starbox, let's say that he also here, just as at every professional bout, a winner of a round gets 10 points, the loser gets 9, but there's a huge difference. It must be 8 if there was if the referee had to count on him, then it might be 7-2. And if somebody wins 10-9, then altogether it would be 40-36 as an end result, which means that he won each and every round. So this might be confused by saying that, well, if we say unanimous decision, I believe it was maybe that obvious. No, this means that only each and every jury member saw it like this. Okay, let's see the second round. In the Azeri corner, well, they might have scolded or they might have requested more activity from him. Let's see whether Petr Novak still stays on the tactics of passive counter-punching. To tell the truth, I expected more power from the Azeri guy. When I saw them at the weighing, he seemed to be capable of killing the other one. Seemed very tough. He might be a strong puncher, but for the time being, Petr Novak, his left hand works extremely well. And in terms of build, we would say that the Azeri is a lot heavier, a lot drier. So he is actually a 154-pounder, but this is welterweight. And Petr Novak makes very good use of these opportunities. And one more time on the body. So indeed, he's actually giving him a very good boxing lesson as a start. The Azeri starts to become desperate slowly but surely. He tries to make it ahead, but indeed, it's a boxing lesson so far. He doesn't even need to change his pace. It's the same pace that he uses, and he can calculate when the Azeri starts a movement, a combination. And interestingly, apart from this huge pace, he still saves a lot of energy, does not move too much with his feet. Seems to enjoy boxing quite a lot, Petr Novak. And with this pace, with this speed, I believe he could box 6 or even 8 rounds, because in the final they would have to face 6 rounds. And on the 22nd of December, in the final, when the stakes will be 100,000 forint, they will have to prove their worth during 6 rounds. But currently, he's managing this bout very well. He does not risk too much, does not enter an internal fight, an inside fight, and seems to be a good fighter, a calm one. Psychologically, is very good. He can be a future champion. Indeed. Now there was some headbutting. In the case of the pros, there is no head guard, only during training, only during sparring, and there can be injuries. We could see 2 headbutts now, and luckily this led to no cuts. Again, very nice left hand from Petr Novak. And he's a very young guy, both of them, 24, 25-year-old. And if they are above 30, they can have cuts after the age of 30 if their headbutt occurs. The skin gets thinner. This was a strange thing from the Azeri. He seemed to collide against the Petr Novak. Petr Novak also has to watch out. Another good round from him. But here at the end of the round, there was one moment when the Azeri managed to hit him. And if it's the 67 kilo category, you need to watch out. The pace is good, the pace is great. And they seem to do everything in order to serve the public. So let's say that the Azeri lost 2 rounds. They need to come up with something good for the second half because there is no draw. If in the remaining 2 rounds Naghiyev would win those 2 bouts by the same margin, it would be 38 all, and then the jury members need to indicate who's the winner according to the overall image. And in Starbox we also try to teach the public how to analyze a boxing bout. You need, if it's a draw, we can you have to watch the bouts all together. So the first 2 bouts were not according to plan, were according to plan but not according to Azeri plan. Indeed, the Czech fighter is imposing his will. Azerbaijan, Baku is a huge capital of boxing, lots of good fighters coming from there, and there are regular European and world competitions held there. I was lucky enough to visit the training facilities in Baku, and downstairs there might be some training session going on upstairs, office work, and they came to casting, well, 14,000, and in the end there's only 32. You were not bored during the qualifiers, right? Absolutely not. Another interesting move from Petr Novak, who is still continuing with the same tactics. He believes that he can continue this throughout 4 rounds. No need to change. He still works with the front hand, and if Naghiyev wants to attack, then he steps to the side, enters the fight, and he seems to be the better one. What I can see in Petr Novak's case is that there might be some signs of weakness, because if the Azeri jumps over him, sometimes he gets just stuck, and we can see that there are more clinches. I'm curious to see. Okay, very nice hit again from Petr Novak. There's another theory: who moves forward, who goes forward. It's quite obvious who goes forward, but that's not the person winning the bout. He seems to be in control of the match because he's in the middle of the ring, Naghiyev, but the bout is not about him. The Czech fighter imposes his will.
Well, that was a miss. Yeah, he's not quick anymore, not enough quick anymore. It's not. Oh, that was a very nice hit from jab from Petr Novak. It was a really nice one. Yes, now it's here again. Yeah, but the Azeri is really just trying with one big punch. Well, he goes a spectacular way, but he puts everything on one card. This is a bit more like a draw, but the bigger hits came from Petr Novak. And of course, it doesn't matter for the overall picture. If someone doesn't hit but goes into the hits, well, that's not really. If you punch thin air, that's not a really good sight. So 10 more seconds from the third round only left. After 9 minutes, I think the Azeri could only win by knockout. Petr Novak just cannot follow. The Azeri guy just cannot follow the Czech opponent. Wow, it's a very good fight. Luckily, it is a very good opening. match of the Hell Boxing Kings. Well, professionally, it is a really, really good fight, a really good bout. When I see that the style of one of the fighters, that it's built up, it's not happening because by chance, but because he wanted it to do so. And that means he really learned a lot of this beautiful sport. And I also hope that these beautiful, nice and clean hits can be evaluated by anyone who doesn't know much about boxing, because this is really, really spectacular. And I think it's he had a pretty easy round. The third one was a little bit closer, but still, Petr Novak, he knows it. It's one more round. The other guy knows that as well. He has to jump on him, basically. Well, it's going to be hard. It is going to be tough for at least about 2 or 3 counts. It's a Hell Boxing Kings counting, even standing, even though we talk about professional, and we can also have in a round 3 standing counts, even 6 in a whole bout. We have allowed for the celebrities 5 countdowns, but it's hard to imagine after these initial 9.5 minutes that we could have 3 countings in this round. What I see in Petr Novak is, of course, he's getting tired, but he's an experienced fighter. He was at the European Championships. He's seen World Games, European Games, a lot of international games. So it was a nice hit from the Azeri guy, twice actually. 2 more minutes left from the last round. So basically the Azeri guy has 2 more minutes. That was a very nice one on the side that the referee doesn't see, but this means he has a lot of experience. Sitting on the side, not seen by the referee, but not many times had the referee had something to say, so it's a clean. So that was a nice hit from the Azeri, but now he should stick there, and they're just brawling, basically, not just clinching. It was a nice uppercut from the Azeri, but it's not the same strength. It should that was a very nice right hook, and okay, now the mouth guard came off, and he's bleeding. Well, we'll see. Okay, of course, now they wash it first, because that's time. That's a bit of time to relax, a break for the competitor. It was a very nice from Petr Novak. Castillo Corrales, you remember, and Diego Corrales, rest in peace. He threw his mouth guard twice, and then he came back in the bout, and he actually knocked Castillo out. Maybe that will not help Naghiyev. That was a very nice move from Petr Novak. Now he tried a counter punch again, Naghiyev. A nice right-hander, but now it's not the dynamics what we have seen in round 1. Well, within half a minute to go, and the rhythm is still the same. They fight. This is a huge fight. That was beautiful too. They have a month, whoever wins, to December the 8th, they will have the next round, actually. So they will have a month, whoever wins. Okay, now they cannot stop. They will not be stopped anymore. And it's the end. That was a beautiful fight, a great fight. Really, from both sides, actually, but it looks like it was Petr Novak's. You don't have to stop, according to the professional rules, even though they lose the mouthpiece, the mouth guard. You cannot start, but you can finish the round, according to the professional rules, and that's exactly what happened in the last 4th round. And I think that was also dominated by Petr Novak. I think the 3rd round was a bit more a closer one, but round 4 I saw it was pretty obvious. Petr Novak had the domination. It was experienced, very clean style. It was boxing. We couldn't see he was tired. It was really school. It was a boxing 101, actually. I think he made a big step towards $100,000. But let's see what the what the jury has to say. We have exceptionally good jurors. It's also interesting how they actually evaluate it. You know, when you throw in the towel, for example, I remember that, and the referee just kicked it out because, of course, the referee is the big boss. He can stop the fight, not the supervisor, not the doctor, not even the trainer. So if the referee thinks they can go on and the boxer does not say that it's enough, I'm done, but you need a very, very tough and gutsities you need for that, and a good referee. It was a huge fight and all boots were a war, but maybe he cannot find his way home. Let's see how the jurors saw it. And we had Tamás Sasmári, Gábris Bulcsú, and Gergő Kovács. Okay, who goes on?
Ladies and gentlemen, the judges have scored this bout. Sasmári Tamás 36-40, 36-40. Gábris Bulcsú 37-39, 37-39. És Kovács Gergő 37-39, 37-39. Így a mérkőzés győztese egyhangú pontozással. Declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Petr Novak!
Just one round was won by the Azeri. I don't know why he doesn't understand it. It was obvious for me. I think 39-37, but even 40-36 could be acceptable. I think he was better in at least 3 rounds. The Czech competitor, absolutely, I really agree with the decision. It was a really nice fight, really good punches. It was a tactical fight, maybe not big punches, big blows, even though they promised that on the way in, they will bleed each other out, but it was a clever fight. I really don't understand the Azeri guy. How could he think? I think he's just upset that he lost this, and maybe that's not realistic what we see now. We will see, unfortunately, 6 more fighters who will not be happy, and that's obviously very rare that someone accepts it straight away. Congratulations on